Thank you so much, fellas, on the desk. Yes, the scene set perfectly. Knife round concluded, and we're going to be jumping into this one, a rematch of sorts, live from Malta. It's the Champions Cup.
It is a rematch. It's the same actual map they played earlier in the tournament, and it was a 16-7 victory for Movistar Riders. So, ENCE have a lot to prove. They did play against Tyloo this morning and looked very good. They actually looked like a more well-rounded team. Yeah. Alex, maybe some signs of things to come, as we'll see a long push coming through. It's Alex to defend, and he's doing a great job so far. Delivers a double headshot, and still on for a third as well. Can he connect? Got one more bullet left, as Sunny will start to answer back here and bring things to a 3 versus 2. Ooh. Steel will answer back, and we actually have a winnable situation with the USP in Sunny's hand, but still a lot of work to do here. The long approach hasn't done enough for them here.
Valiant 3K from Alex keeps Movistar Riders with the advantage. Steel, of course, quick to find the advantage and extend it, but oh, we can't even get across. A quick catch. Steel, a double kill to conclude, and we will see the first go the way of Movistar Riders. Now, this is ballsy. I was talking to Natu just beforehand, and I was asking him his expectations for the veto. He made it clear on the desk as well. It's surprised to see Movistar Riders, the Spanish squad, looking to return to this kingdom of Overpass. Now, yes, they have the one victory, but it's a conversation that I've occasionally thrown at people on the desk, the idea of, do you feel like it's an advantage to the team that lost or the team that won when you go for a rematch, especially in a short space of time? What's your stance on the whole thing?
I feel like a team like Movistar Riders as well, like you're not going to have a massive map pool. The fact you have to veto Dust too as well, that's a pretty compromised position to be in, so you might as well stick to what works. You feel like a solid map for you, it matches well against your opponent. There's only so much they can do in 24 hours as well, right? It's not like they had a massive amount of time. They can't just focus on this one game. They had to play Tyloo this morning. So yeah, I think absolutely this is a good idea. Why not? Considering such a comprehensive victory yesterday. Speaking of which, this is looking like a very comfortable round, as we'll see 2-0 come through against the Eco here. ENCE will be buying up into this third round with the AK-47s, maybe a couple of Kriegs thrown in for that extra firepower, but so far so good from Movistar Riders. They'll find themselves in round number 3 with the Orpa E-Store. You heard the analyst talking about that. Very aggressive, flashy Orpa, and we'll see whether Alu will be able to come online and take him down eventually. But for now, he'll be there with the AK-47. Now,
I did get a tweet from Matta letting me know that I'm mispronouncing E-Store. I will apologize. It's just the extra syllables. It's supposed to be E-Astor. It's just very different. It doesn't roll off my tongue, personally, my British tongue.
Unfortunately,
E-Astor is a little too much of a mouthful. I'll do my best, but I think it's going to be E-Store, just for convenience sake. Good frag bomb given. Steel hanging out on this bounty, this aggressive stance that they were talking about, saying he won't get away with it again. Well, now he has the bomb in his grasp. Aerial's operating with just 4 HP, and aggressive AWPing from Astor.
Perfect.
Will get himself the first, just to remain X7 and make it just X7. Astor does continue.
Well, they said there was a lot of aggressive play to keep in mind, but it seems to be working out very well for Movistar Riders once again. That was the buy from ENCE, remember. They only get a single kill, unable to fend off the aggressive pushes towards long and middle. The AWP and rifles working in tandem there to give them a clear advantage now. No bombs been planted so far, so it will have to be the CZs and Armor and ENCE. Unfortunately, at this point, a shadow of the former selves. What a strange year it's been for them.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a real turbulent journey, and of course, seeing them go from being the heroes to the villain. They've gone from both ends of the comic book spectrum. But I do want to see this team, truly find their feet once again. Currently, still within the top 15, and with results to prove it here in the Champions Cup, they're going to need to survive here in the lower bracket, up against, undoubtedly, an underdog.
It was Sunny that performed very well today, along with Sergey in the Tyloo matchup. You'd expect them to pull it off. Tyloo are not hitting too hard as of late, and obviously with rumored lineup changes as well. You would expect ENCE to shine there. They got the 2-0, but it had to be a bit of a comeback. And Steel, aggressive still, will be pushing towards that connected position, finds the danger man Sunny, takes him out. He had the Deagle armor.
It's fun watching Steel given a little bit more space. I mean, he is going for these aggressive pushes so every single round so far.
Well, he's the experienced, pedigreed player within this squad, right? So it's basically, what I'd imagine, whatever he wants to do, whatever style he wants to present, they're going to allow him to do it. So it's good to see him getting stuck in. And there's the S-Store getting it done with the AWP. He will be finding the second kill. That's Sergey removed. Remember, no plants yet. I don't think we'll be seeing one this round as we get to the 45-second mark. They're kind of isolated to all the bathrooms right now. Steel looks like he wants another go with the AK. Makes his way up towards middle.
He's given it a good go, and he realizes now that not only will he get sound cues should they rotate, but he's going to have to, you're going to have to pass through Steel. He'll stamp your ticket if you want to access that A site. Ali will be arriving from long. Aerial to set up with just the one flashbang he has. And so here it comes. Steel won't be caught by that. Going to find the first. Actually, Estor gets that, and now Aerial Just one consolation frag. It's confirmed, it's tidy, and there will be preserved weapons across the board. Movistar Riders, a flying start.
Yeah, tight and tidy.
Yeah, now it's time for the second test, really. I mean, they passed their pistol, they passed the first weapon round, perhaps the third test if we frame it like that.
Well, Aloe should have the AWP at this point, I would imagine. Apparently not, opting for the AK instead. So, a very competent rifler in his own right as well. You don't necessarily need the AWP on the T side. It's more of a CT-sided affair. But we get to round number 5 here. Maybe a set piece coming forward, considering they haven't really had too many successes so far. But for now, they will be sending one player towards a connector, 3 at T steps. And we do see those initial incendiaries extinguished here. It's X7 flashing over, just trying to find some wiggle room here. It's actually got a nice veil to get him out towards water. No CTs pushing that position as Alex and Lau, they coordinate together on the B sites. Looking to find pressure towards Long. Now we need to be careful of the fact that Store will be there with the AWPs. Currently at the mouth of Long, working with Steel, who will be holding the M4. Looking to swing off the information gathered here by the sniper.
God, how far does he swing? Does he go for a full clear? Looks like he will. On the close wall, he finds Alu. There's more where that came from. The flash is so good. Now Steel want to advance on this. He gets it. Sunny, however, makes his presence known. A smoke disguises his defense, but it won't work out. Sunny with a huge double kill to keep ENCE with a shot at picking up their first hit. They really want to break this silence fast. Now, Sunny does have access to the bomb. Unfortunately, it's a little further down Long, so he can't advance just yet.
In T-Spawn, however, we have got Mopos, who's only got the MP9, but he's got a ton of money here. So hopefully we'll find the AK-47 en route. But he needs to get his skates on here because time is of the essence. They're getting closer and closer towards the A side, but they are starting to reposition here. They're looking towards T-Spawn. They're aware of the potential flank. It all comes down to timings here. It will be Sergey watching this position right now, but he might avert his gaze just in the nick of time, but he's aware and will take him down. That might confirm that B is open at this point. In they go. The rotations will have to come through. It's Lau making his way towards heaven. So far, so good for ENCE. This should be the round on the board for them. They've still got utility for a post-plant situation as well, but this is the moment that matters. Sunny delivers his third frag of the round. Alex now, at this point, might as well save the AK. They will get a buy going forward, but money's not amazing. They've got 2 players around $7,000, which is great, but Alex with 3K himself can't buy the AK on the CT side. You're not going to win this one. Might as well hold on to it.
Yeah, really comfortable for Sunny there. 3 kills, and the most instrumental actually coming from Sergey. Had Mopos' flank just connected a little better, there's no way they have that immediate knee-jerk reaction. They get that frag, down connector. They know B's clear. That is the B defender who's gone all the way around the world. They're not going to have someone sitting on the site when he has all the info that it's clear. And so a quick knee-jerk reaction from ENCE does net them their first.
There is an AWP available. It doesn't look like he necessarily wants it. Is going to confirm they're not chasing him first. I'm sure he'll grab it at the end. And there we have it. Got the AWP. And it will be the first on the board for ENCE, but that's Sunny carrying them through the round. He's the only player that's really done anything so far. Everyone's on 1 kill, apart from Sunny, who's on 6.
Damn, stepped it up. Triple kill in this round. We'll see that second kill come on a steal. That was huge. Winning that duel and then ensuring that that bomb can go down safe. Did it all, planted, fragged, and secured. ENCE will take their first and break their silence. We said it had to happen soon. Let's not forget, this is a rematch of sorts. Movistar Riders, they've done it once, but all the more difficult to do it again. Back-to-back victories on against the same team on the same map as an underdog. There's only so many pages of your strat book that will come as a surprise. And
you've got to go deep in the back pages for that one.
You have to be right in the back pages to find something that will catch ENCE out at this point. But it's not necessarily always about surprise. Sometimes just being predictable but being refined and fundamentally sound, that can be enough, especially when it seems that ENCE are a little destabilized as of late.
Well, they've come online, at least for now. Ali does have the AWP. This is the final form. You can see there is a compromise in terms of utility in some spaces. You can see Sunny only have 1 flash and a decoy, even after carrying the last rounds. They jump across. He still will rattle off a shot towards playground, but no connection. Very close indeed, but for now they've at least got the initial control. Heading towards Long once again. Now they've confirmed the AWP is middle. They can really have a educated guess that Long should be relatively clear as they start to make their way up once again. Same approach with 3 players there, this time a different formation for the CT side. X7 looking for flanks towards B. Yeah,
really common setup between Steel and eStore here. You can just want to highlight that he plays this close angle held by eStore's AWP. And they can set up and fall off. eStore will take a shot, Steel swings out. They hope to go for equal, if not favorable trades. Alex responsible for Long from sight. And that does seem like ENCE are about to throw their bodies down the long corridor towards the A bomb site. Alex. His reaction to that smoke is to keep them at bay. The flames arrive and will delay. What's the cue then? Flash in the hands of Sergey. He's going to throw it in. Alex to receive. Close line held, and he does get confirmation. That's the bomb, and he's caught a glimpse of many. Loving the survival here. And Eastor and Steel, they still haven't moved a muscle. Interestingly enough, there's so many players on this site, but they're just getting caught off one by one. Another one for Alex. Triple kill in this round. X7 left to his own devices. They've fallen off of toilets, and Estor likely going to be able to find this one eventually.
That was super sick by Alex, by the way. Like the discipline and patience displayed there, like you don't see that too often. Like most players will swing when they know there's multiple players there trying to be a little bit greedy. He just stays alive. He just makes sure that he's using their own utility against him. There are Molotovs down, they're extinguishing the smoke, they had a lack of vision. They're all focusing on him, allowing his teammates to take that aggro off him, and then he comes out, gets himself 3 kills. He delayed them from the initial approach as well. The smoke was down towards long. He knew they were close. Bought 7 seconds for the reposition towards bathrooms. That was a really solid round from him. A player we've never really casted too often. Heard of him for sure, but he's looking very good on that A side.
Remember the name, Alejandro, and remember the code, ECC20. It's the code you can use for an extra 70 cents on your refill, and that was one of the sponsors, Hellcase. That's hellcase.com, D-O-T-C-O-M. Right, jumping into round 7, we do have a bit of a treat for X7 with his preserved rifle, but other than that, not too much more to write home about.
Not much at all.
Ooh, pretty scout skin. I haven't seen that one before. There's so many. I was looking at cases today, and I was like, okay, I'm going to find... I must have got the new one, right? The new case.
Sure.
I ended up going through, it's like Spectrum 2, Phoenix 9, I don't know. There's too many cases now, too many skins. I don't recognize any of them anymore. I remember when the Water Elemental Glock was the coolest skin in the game.
The Water Elemental.
Yeah, that's an old school.
I've got the Glock Fade. That
was always a badass
I've got a Stat Track factory new one of those. It's not bad.
Damn, boy. I just have a shiny knife. That's about it. Ariel, however, has got himself his CZ75 and is going to hope to try and maneuver into some close fights in toilets. This round, however, is going to come down to that rifle. Maybe a hero dig from Sunny. Currently the bomb on his back, and they do regroup towards this underpass. An explosion now towards short. To receive them, Mopos and Lowell. Bit of quiet defense so far for them, so it's their first real test on B.
One player surviving in the previous round. Now that was X7. It's got the AK-47 here, and we'll see whether this is going to be enough to puncture the B defense, but there's so many CTs ready and waiting.
Neither of these defenders have a kill yet. 5 rounds up, they haven't been tested on B once, and now Steel manages to destabilize again. Look at this rascal go. Mopos does find his first. Second chance perhaps, but Lau immediately there to trade. He's aware of the possibility of short. We'll get a flash in from his teammate and finish that one off. First test, past the flying colors. It's a triple for Lau, 1 for Mopos, and the B site is on lock.
Very comfortable once again, 6-1 for Movistar Riders. They've already played this map against this very team and had a 16-7 victory. They keep this up, could be even more convincing here as we move on now. It is going to be the next round, but that was a partial investment from ENCE, remember. So yes, a convincing one from Movistar Riders, but gun round start now, and Alu has the AWP. I haven't seen much of it yet. He does not have a helmet, makes him very vulnerable to the AUGs and M4s here. And they've got barebone utility as well.
Yeah, this is typically the round where we seem to see the comeback start. You know, it's like 6-1, 6-0, and we'll end up with a slew of T rounds. Admittedly, though, the CTs have managed to nurture quite a secure bank account for now, especially should they find another victory. They will be set for the coming rounds. Steel really took the wind out of the ENCE sails in that previous round. Just pushes connector, door open, and a shot into the backside of Ariel to get that early man lead. This is an interesting setup. They're going to molly close, molly short, a flash as well, and then go for the boost on the retreat. Perfect execution.
It's really cool, isn't it?
That worked out wonderfully.
That close molly, just to flush them out with a flashbang combo as well. That is knifing out, trying to get out of there. A little bit discombobulated.
Yeah.
That was a very convincing setup. You don't see that too often, actually, even at the top level. That's a really nice little play.
Exploits the tendencies of your opponent as well. If you constantly find yourself like starting your round there. That's a lovely catch, and Ali does give him away in. Lau, however. Oh, Alex can play around this smoke if they continue their advance. No flashes. This is his chance. He's going to get the first. X7's got the bomb in his hands, and oh, Alu stands his ground with just 19 points of health remaining. Eastor, that low health's not going to benefit him in any sense with this AWP in his grip. That's a no-scope. Not going to get the second, but still doable for Steel. Sergey just going to dance around the edge of the smoke. A quick adjustment. Alu needs to come in clutch. He's already got 2 kills in this round, low health, and now that favors Steel's rifle. 13 seconds, he has to plan. Alu does retrieve the bomb, and Steel walks straight into his gaze. Alu, ice cold.
I thought Steel was going to suggest he'd reposition after that flashbang and just hold towards the sandbags and force out the plant. That would have been such a great play. Like, looked like that would have been enough. That the flash actually catched Alu as well. But either way, it will be a convincing round towards the end of it. Alu with 3 kills, not necessarily sustainable after losing that first pick, but he delivers just when they needed him to. Alex had another great chance to finish that one off. A quick shot from Alu saved the day. This is the moment. The flashbang came in. There was a chance to really force his hand at that point, but still, only had 1 player survive. So Galil's, the AWP, a couple of AKs, had barely any grenades whatsoever. This is a big round, friends. They can win this. They'll break the back financially of Movistar Riders, but same story if they give this one up. They'll be back to an eco as they go for a contact play towards B. It's going to work their way up towards short, a little bit untelegraphed this time. They've got the first pick, and now Moppos, he knows he's in trouble. Players behind him.
He's going to throw the close smoke, but he's going to jump straight into the jaws of Sunny. Wow, not ready for that at all. Alex perhaps caught out. Sunny has single-handedly opened up this site, perhaps even the round. There's very little that the E-Store can do for now. Steel, however, on the flank. Bomb will be going down. Sergey set up in water, so he will catch the glimpse of Steel's cross here, should he be lackadaisical with it.
That was quite strange. After seeing 2 players up short, Moppos seemed surprised almost.
Yeah, that's true. It did look like he got completely caught out, despite his teammate holding, quote-unquote, holding short.
So, not much of a chance for the retake here. It is going to be another round for ENCE. This time, Sunny carrying them through. So we've had big performances from him twice, and then Alu individually as well. Money will be broken for Movistar Riders, but they do have an AWP and a FAMAS save. But this won't have much in terms of loss bonus. It's going to be a second stage after this one. So that's going to be $1,900 per player, as we'll see the bomb confirmed at this stage. And it will be round 9 going in favor of ENCE. Starting to look better here. Only 3 on their T side so far, but that could be the foundations to build upon. They've survived with 3 players now. A convincing round finally. More than 1 player survives, as we'll see the money sit around $2,000. They are going to force into it, however. They know the money's low on the T side as well, so the AWP will have to deliver here in the next. Is Sunny getting flashed? This was the moment it seemed a little bit odd. That's it right there. Why is he jumping with the knife out, the nade out? Like, his two teammates have just gone down there.
Yeah, that does seem like a miscommunication from the Movistar Riders, and this is exactly what the desk were talking about, that there was an element of Movistar Riders kind of running out of speed, running out of ideas. Now, I'm not saying that's the case there, but something to keep in mind as we go into the late game of Overpass. This is a best of 3, and this is the punish, quote-unquote, punish pick, and returning to a map they've already bested ENCE upon in the best of 1. Now, this is lower brackets, and that was how ENCE ended up here. They did survive their first test versus Tai Lu, and now back against the nemesis that sent them to the lower bracket.
So 2 players didn't invest at all. Moppos did with the FAMAS. Lyle and Alex don't invest a single dollar. They'll stick on USPs here. So the money, not necessarily disjointed. You can see Steel, and he still didn't invest much. They've still got $2,000 himself. So it's only Moppos that's brought everything he possibly could out. But if he delivers with a couple of frags, maybe it's worth it. We'll see. FAMAS, difficult weapon to use against those AKs. For now, a slow default approach.
Through the connector they will go, and looks like they're setting themselves up for this boost. It does give you line of sight rather towards that door should it open, and actually they're posturing for it. Has to adjust his angle just to be the headshot line. Doors does swing open, he stands his ground. This is ballsy. Sergey didn't catch a glimpse of him. He knows there's a possibility for a second. Now the door is open. It's all a threat, and Sergey dinked, and a second presents itself as well.
Nice
Moppos does not make the same mistake. There is a lot to be said about that.
Yeah, that's the investment. Well, if it's weight in gold, it seems, manages to dink the first down to 20 HP, remove the AWP element as well, which was difficult to contain in previous rounds, so that's wonderful. They had to make some sort of play, and the boost was unexpected.
And there was grounds, you know, ENCE have already set precedent for a contact play towards B, so that's a risk. They continue to take some risks here, Alex.
That's going to push them in towards A, though. Alex has shown enough now that surely they will fall back. Apparently not. They're still happy to continue here. That's the low HP Sergey removed. That's so good. That's the full eco player finding it.
Oh, man. And now they're going to have to commit towards B, and they go. Only 14 seconds. The frag's favoring ENCE, though, in every single way. 2 frags on the way in. Steel dinked. Estor can't touch this plant. He can hope and pray that he gets an overextending Finn. And that was all X7 needed to do. A quick jiggle confirms he knows where the other's coming from. Steel's damaged, and they're going to have to, once again, fall back into the save. Damn, valiant start from Movistar Riders.
First 2 picks as well, and it all comes crumbling down. So nice work from ENCE to actually stick the landing on that one and have assertive mentality as they made their way back towards B with 10 seconds remaining as well.
Damn.
It was a ballsy call, but Sunny delivering with aerial there, managed to get the key frags that got the bomb planted. And once it was down, that was pretty much round confirmed. It'll be the FAMAS and Orb to be saved once again. Remember, Movistar did invest fully into the round, so he's going to get $2,400 on top of his $300 that he earned from that 1 kill, so he'll be at 2,700. His teammates, though, it's okay because Steel and he still saved weapons. They can drop him a rifle.
Sunny's feeling himself, man. 11 frags from him. I'd kill to have someone like that for my weapon rounds. You just have 10 seconds left. You let him into the site. Suddenly there's a multi-kill in the feed, and you can get that bomb down. So far, so good for them. And ENCE are completely and totally stabilizing. That's 3 on the trot from them after a slew of 6-1. And a reminder as well, the scoreline of the first half, the first time they played this map, it was 10-5 CT lead from Movistar Riders. Let's see if they can maintain something similar. It seems like ENCE are just going to hold W. They're charging. It's only Mopos. He's only going to get the first. Access to the site granted. Lau panicking. Will deploy his utility to try and have something to play around. A good catch from Alex. Sergey was a little ahead of the pack, and a second chance presents itself. Now maneuvering around the smoke. He won't get another chance. Alu ensures of that. This shot could have made it into 1v1. Will there be another opportunity for Alu to have 2 1-versus-1 situations? He's even considering a plant. He's not considering a fast push from Steel. And, well, when Steel's in the server, he's probably right behind you in that smoke. Quick frag and a 7th for Movie.
Didn't mind the change of pace there from ENCE. They've been causing a lot of damage towards the B side of the map as well, focusing towards Monster where the money's been battered and bruised. Mopas with the FAMAS luckily got 1, but at that point it looked like it was very well held by Lau, especially dropping the smoke and using it to maneuver around the bomb site, managing to do a lot of damage upon arrival with the grenades and the force into this round. ENCE will have to bring in a couple of Galils. They have got the Orb of Alu still. It's still a pretty decent purchase overall. Another very important round here for both teams. Money is broken on either side as they look to find the opening picks, trying to present different methods of aggression. Steel in towards the connector this time, and Steel probing towards B. First kill will be Steel's, but surely going to be traded out here. And he doesn't get the smoke down, so he'll be pre-fired. Does significant damage towards Sergey, but still, it's going to be a 4-on-4 now.
Still did well to inflict any damage on that one. The smoke fumble.
Yeah, if he maybe got the smoke down, could be something to say about that, but it was a very high-pressure situation.
Certainly. Same boost. Different victim. Sunny could fall foul to this one should he choose to leave his hidey hole. He even has the bomb as well. That'll be a great deal of information, but sound cues will be provided, and now we'll be able to communicate that to his team. They start their project this time, a much more passive hold on towards the A side of things. It is just going to be no man's land all the way up until the site. They have the pressure of Estor on that orb. Astor. God, I can't do it. I tried.
Estor. Sticking with it.
Sticking with my guts.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Gathering now once again towards B. They have had successes here, even in the high pressure situations when the clock really does run down, and very passive stance from Lal here. It's all onto Mopos really. Has to get the first cleanly, and relatively so, down to 52. 19 seconds, that bomb still yet to be planted, but information is minimal. Now he gets the frag and gets away. That's unbelievable.
That's all he had to do. He's just trying to buy time here. 10 seconds on the clock. X7 will go for a plant, but that's the opportunity now to swing up and deny. But it will be planted at least, but Alu will have to hit every single shot at this point. Not going to happen. It's going to be the half-confirmed for Movistar Riders here as they manage to get 8 on the board. So the plant was decent there. It might be enough to get some resources together. They've got 3.5k per player. I would say a partial buy might be on the agenda here, considering 3 players survived for the Movistar Riders. Not really a compelling purchase. You can take P250's Deagles and then still have a full buy next round and get the AWP out once again. But still, a difficult half here for ENCE. Suffering a similar fate they found themselves in yesterday. So they'll time out. Their first use so far. So what's the play going to be? They've really been focusing towards B the last few rounds.
Yeah, it's been like a half of 2 halves. We've seen them go for their early, like, long and toilets battles, and towards the second half, they have found much more success towards B. Now the picture you've painted is a brutal one. If they really don't commit to this buy, you're looking at 9. Perhaps they find their 10 again. Movistar Riders back to a solid CT setup.
So the CZ confirmed that it will just be the partial here, barely any grenades. CZ can be pretty brutal on a map like Overpass. Find yourself some space towards a connector, get a rifle, continue with the pacing, but still looking to get information here towards the fountain.
Jeez.
Pushes past the smoke, times it well. I think he gets a kill here.
Bray, though. That's a weapon delivery. This is the risk of aggression against the eco.
Yeah, you don't really want to be by yourself in no man's land against just CZs here.
Like this. I mean, Alex does have some support now. He's still realizing he can't abandon his teammate, but he has to be responsible for long as well. They've got a bit of a Sophie's choice to be made here. He's doing his absolute best to get any info he can safely. Just someone fire a bullet at me. Let me piece together where the setup is. One smoke. There's nothing they can do to close this gap in favor of them. Alex could get exploited here if they were to double push, but admittedly they are both low. Just a bullet would do. Lal's going to be jumping for him for one long, so he still can stand his ground here. Timing, oh, it could be perfect. Flash, another one towards long. Lal doing it all, and he can be silenced eventually, but now with just 28 seconds, they have to commit to this site. Could do with hitting at least one more. Close on the first, Alu down, and now the round should be theirs.
Well, that nade could connect.
Oh, it does! Wow, 1v1, X7 can just win this shot, and he can't. Mopos secures the 9th with just 17 points of health remaining, down to the line, down to the wire. But another successful round in favor of the Movistar Riders. Did you know that there's a Eden Esports Spotify playlist?
I didn't, but I'm going to check it out.
That's new info for me. I'm checking that out right now.
Round 14, decent effort there from the Finns, but overall coming down to the 1 versus 1 doesn't deliver. And we're getting to the final couple of rounds here. Number 14 in the first half of our first map. This was the pick of Movistar Riders, and they did a great job so far in the CT campaign. They managed to win that pistol and get the 4-0 start, and now find themselves with a 9-4 lead. But a full buy here now for ENCE. Steele once again trying to get it done towards that connected position. The smoke is just perfect. Flashbang from his teammate. You can see the assist coming in. Still, you want to get out of there, my friend. I think he's overstayed his welcome. And indeed, he'll cost Mopos his life, actually. He could have got out of there and left it, but chose to fight, and he'll get away, sure, but it cost him his teammate. And now they actually have no utility on the CT side. I feel like that was such a great play. Just knife out and the smoke's still down. Get out of there.
Yeah. End on a high. Instead, a mid-round now, favouring ENCE. A big catch from Alu to eliminate Alex. One threat on long gone, one more remains, and just 2 now standing to keep this B site on lock. Now, realising aggression has to be present, but this time it's been punished. Has to be a double! Just a tag, and so ENCE looking poised for the 5th here. Eastorp miles away, looking to keep hold of his AWP.
Yeah, 5th and 6th, I would say.
Yeah. Some heroes from the Spanish Orc maybe, but they're going to have very little to support him. What's the... That's full loss bonus for ENCE. They've conceded 3 in a trot, on the trot. Just breaking their silence. And perhaps doing one better than the last time they played this first half on Overpass.
Trying to hold on to the AWP if possible. It's required here. They might as well try and hunt him. He could be the difference maker going forward. He said he's an aggressive AWP. Seems accurate, trying to work out what the last few players are here. Do they dare push forward, trying to take him down? Round 14, it looks like he will survive. A convincing one there from ENCE. Nice moves from the Movistar Riders, but maybe outstaying their welcome, as we will see the final round come through. Only one player can get a rifle, and that's Mopos. They are at the bottom of the barrel in terms of loss bonus. So CZ's, the Savior, 1M4. Nice work from Sergey to get a couple of kills here. On arrival towards B. Said final round here. It'd be 3 pistols, 1 sniper, 1 M4. It feels like he still will have to change things up here. Maybe head towards B.
Yeah. Give it a different look. a different stance, and at the moment they have actually boosted him up, I believe. But he didn't quite catch that initial cross. Aerial right next to them on the other side of that wall.
Aerial's heard them. Calls at least 2 players in B. What's the positioning now?
An interesting standoff between the two of them now. Aerial knows that there was a boost established. He sent X7 to try and scout it out. Nothing found. Bomb is towards B. But ENCE aren't necessarily gathered there just yet. This is our final round of the first map. Third series of our second day, and the wallbang actually could have caught Eastor there. Warning shots and in large capacity. Steel, however, what is Mopos up to? He's pushed Monster and found a frag. That's the bomb loose towards T-Spawn.
1 HP for himself. Steel down to 17 here. Brutal exchange of bullets towards the bathroom position. And Sergey, well, his teammates will be dropped. That's Eastor on the other side. They're looking for the clean sweeper in the final round to get double digits with just 2 main weapons being brought into round number 15. It's the CZs and rifles that prevail. We have got Eastor with 1 kill as well, but Alu, he'll get 1 with the Deagle. That only really serves to give up his position at this stage. With 20 seconds remaining, he recovers the bomb and T-Spawn, gives himself an M4, and not really much else he can do but walk in and hope for the best at this point. 2 players waiting for him, should be guaranteed. The Movistar Riders will get double digits here. I don't see a world where he turns this one around, and indeed that is confirmed here. Allowed to close things out 10-5. It was a very good map for them earlier stages in the tournament, and that continues to be so, at least in the first half here. We'll take a break and be back with the second very shortly.
It was only yesterday that ENCE met Movistar Riders on Overpass, and it sent them to the lower bracket. A 10-5 half they conceded, and well, it feels like Groundhog Day, as it's happened again. 10 rounds acquired on the CT side by the Movistar Riders, and if it's anything to follow, only 2 rounds was posted by the ENCE defense, now looking to do better in their second bite of the cherry. This time a best of 3, and this was the punish pick by the Spanish squad, looking to go back to familiar territory, and so far so good.
Absolutely true. And a P250 in the hands of Mopos and Steel. They've got utility to boot as well as the first kill. Oh, bit of damage exchange there towards middle. It's Aerial still pressing the issue here as it will be X7 to open things up. And Mopos will reply with that P250, but still, it will have to be a final B commitment here from the remaining 3 players here of Movistar Riders. A plan for sure, but Sergey has spotted one. He'll throw a nice little HE into maybe do a lot of damage there towards Lau, but only tickles him slightly as he comes back to a 3-on-3. No instant headshot, but Alex, he'll deliver.
Now the advantage is all Movi again. Rotate coming in a little late. X7, he inflicted great damage from his long push, but the bomb down on B. They got to close this gap, close it fast. No kit, no life, and no teammates for X7. That's a loud roar. Movistar Riders know the implications of that pistol win.
They absolutely do. That's massive for them. And I'm assuming we'll see a force buy in the second from the CTs. There is the option to go full eco, bring up for masses in the next round. But they do need this one. We'll see. As X7 got the first kill, but it fell apart very quickly. The long push from themselves looked promising, but trying to retake the site with no utility, no kits, it was always going to be challenging. And they'll take the full eco here, so they're going for the rifles in the third. So this one's pretty much guaranteed for Movistar Riders. They've got Galil's MAC-10, so maybe conceding 1 or 2 kills. As a Zeus available for X7, that's about as exciting as it gets for them as they go for a 5-man B stack.
That's a very deep Molotov that Mopos throws. You probably wouldn't want to take that gamble coming around that corner with 50 HP. No, it's X7 Zeus. He's trying to rat it, but no, not to be. No rodents in round 17.
They've been removed.
They're leaving the bomb and just holding at this point in time.
Just allowing the MAC-10s to get some intel here. Is it a B stack? Was there just one there?
Oh, that's a nasty sound. The USB dinks into his dome twice. And he gets confirmation that there's 2 CTs positioned towards B. But look at the ENCE reaction.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late. The Molotov's down. Like, there's little to no chance they do much of this. Bomb should find it momentarily. They'll get a MAC-10, but that was all by design. Movistar Riders, they get the 1 kill. You've already taken 1 down. There's 2 more. At the very most, there's 2 USBs towards A. So they're all good.
It worked out perfectly. Another smoke just to keep them locked out, and there's absolutely nothing they can say. An unarmored MAC-10 is their best bet. Got to walk into these lines, and very brutal lines currently held by the Movistar Riders. Here comes the push, and extra $600 for Estor if he gets one. Knows they're around the corner and swings into it with a lovely double. 1,200 buckaroos. And Alex, a lot of credit to be given to him in this performance. He's on 19 now.
He's had a great showing.
Loved
Playing
his
for
CT.
round wins instead of individual glory.
Yeah, exactly. Which sometimes is absent, especially in those lower tier teams where you want to stand out, you want to be noticed. Instead, he's playing for the team, playing for the bigger picture, and that big picture is getting bigger with every round. Could be that first map win. A reminder of the series, we will be seeing Mirage and Nuke in this series, should it go all 3. ENCE most comfortable on Mirage, but of course we've seen them falter recently. Alu gets the info and through the smoke, punishes Mopos down to just 10 HP. Completely safe for now.
Yeah, you can see them having to focus on helmets here on the CT side, knowing they'd be up against Galils and MAC-10s. So far, so good. Significant damage inflicted, but back towards B they head. Probably just a full execution at this point, just try and overwhelm the CTs. They have no information as to whether they push, but they have got short control at least. Just trying to feel things out now, but yeah, I assume will be Molotovs a barrel, smoke the side, smoke heaven. Baited out one of the smokes there, at least from aerial, but that's fine. They still have 1 minute on the clock.
Hoping for a couple of bullets.
Well,
To be given, Mopos could catch that, but far back. And they're doing the double trouble, or at least considering it. They're going all the way back around. They've got ENCE in the palm of their hand. Sunny and Ali will start their rotate. Sergey's in prime position, but only for
check that
one.
Right. Every time I walk past that, I'm just like, I check that every time.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm just like, that's the worst place to die from.
Oh. Especially when you've come up those stairs, you know how long they've been looking at you. 3v3, yeah. Mopos finally does get finished off, and it does seem like this one is all said and done. 14 seconds a chance, though. Clean on that, not quite going to find the shots. Important for ENCE. They fight back in round 18. They find their first on the defense.
Well, there we have it. They took the full eco so they could bring the rifles out, and it pays dividends as we go forward now. 12-6 money, actually in a pretty weak position for Movistar Riders. They've got enough to buy next round, not really enough to justify anything here. So maybe some upgraded pistols. You won't see too much Kevlar, so they're going to hover around the 2.5k mark. So 1 smoke, 1 Molotov, PT-50 equals CZs. Just looking to get the bomb down if possible. Unlikely considering what they're up against. But what's the approach here? Sending 3 players towards connector. Just going to try and keep it close range. Smoking off the vision from the CTs here, but still continuing the pressure. As middle might be a little bit of an issue here for ENCE as he's got to pull back. Sergey happy to take the duel, but moving back to a more defensive line. They're trying to pounce on top of him, but it looks like everything has been well held. 2 kills found, and now they can reposition and recalculate their chances as they don't need to really challenge too much of this one. Wait for the T's to commit.
Yeah, just get some of that safe utility thrown, and Moppos doesn't know where Alu is. And body shot connects, but not enough to convert. The meat grinder, God, that's terrifying. All bullets sprayed towards your headshot angle. But they were conservative with it. And so you'll see the full buy in return from Movistar Riders. Now, that is 2 CT rounds. That was the maximum for the ENCE run. This does look like a different kettle of fish, though. They perhaps patch some of the holes.
Yeah, they can still definitely come back online here. That's a big round for them to win. But that was the eco, of course, so we'll see Movistar Riders bring in a tactical timeout here and discuss their options with round number 20, averaging around $4,500. He's still with just 4K, so no AWP in sight unless Alex was to drop in. Sacrifice his own setup here, but I don't think that'll be the case. I assume 5 rifles will be brought out. It's a replay, nothing too flashy to speak of, but well held, working together. Alu controlling with the AK towards long, and Sergey to close things out. No problem at all. Good stuff. So there it is, 5 rifles, and you see only about 1 grenade per member.
Damn. It's tight in round 20 for the Movistar Riders. Yeah, Stor's given some access to playground, but it does look like the lion's share of the Spanish squad are intending to try and pick and poke and prod towards the B site. Oh, easy 5 for Ariel to take. Body shots prevail, nades to follow. Of that contact from Moppos, they do try and advance towards Monster, but Ariel too wise to this. He'll actually fall out of this. Owl still checks the corner. Sunny trying to play around this smoke. 3 versus 3, bomb on the back of Eastor, and a pincer movement, barrels and short. This is going to hurt. Alex hoping for a lucky connection, but instead he's vulnerable from all the pushes. Astor keeps him safe, and another one. Just like that, the hero Orpa has managed to find him a way into the site, but is it in, or is it out? Shake it all about. Sergey's got his worked out. He's already pieced together, no commitment towards B, and so now he really has got a choice to make. Opting for connector, they're going to opt for long. He's going to intercept just a little bit here. Estor's got the bomb and the health, and he may not be ready for this one. No, Sergey! He's revealed his location, 30 seconds, and now it's time to get your thinking caps on.
At this point, with 25 seconds, they pretty much have to commit towards A. And the time is running thin here. So Sergey, sure, he had a chance of a kill there, but he still has quite a high success ratio of actually winning this round. Its first kill, going to be his, no problem. With spacing, it's terrible from Movistar there. Like, couldn't tell you why they would approach it like that. Like, at least going together so you can actually have trade potential. But the low HP player running in first, that's fine because he's going to get the intel. And then the trade comes in straight away. But we always talk about spacing and those sort of situations. You want to be glued to each other. So as soon as that happens, bang, comes in with the trade. Ideally, you wanted the first with a jump and then get that intel, but this was probably the worst way to approach it. Either way, it was looking so good for Movistar Riders here. Eastor actually getting them in the rounds, 2 versus 1. Sure, Alex was low, but the time was their enemy at that point. Couldn't fall back after they were detected, and we'll see Alu aggressive, of course, with the AWP as he brings him into a pretty much full eco here. Some Desert Eagles and PT-50s, no armor, just a couple of flashes, that's about it. As Sunny looks to blow out the door here and go for the spam. That could be a valuable one. There are 3 players in that position.
ENCE now under the skin with Movistar Riders. This gap is going to close, and it's going to close fast. Alu set up to deal with these Deagles in toilets. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Draws the first fight, gets the info. There's more. Lovely set up so far from the Finnish Orpa. Doesn't have to do much more than exactly this. Rinse, repeat. Run out of nades eventually. That was his last. And the only Q they have is a flash from Alex. It does come out and connect, and there's the second. So just going to run into the Sunny grinder. And confirmed. Triple kill. More and more for him as he continues to build up another MVP performance for his squad.
Yeah, looks really good against Alu today.
Yeah, it's like 2 30 bombs, right?
Yeah.
Back to back.
Sergey was very strong as well, but now starting to dig their heels in on the CT side here on Overpass. 16-7 was the scoreline in the first matchup between these two on the same map, but ENCE now knocking on the door, double digits. Once they get there, their money will be great. Big round here as Alu waits for the flashes towards middle.
Had a good feeling about that one. Wow, Sergey's committing to this wholeheartedly, completely alone. And it pays off.
That's the AWPer.
That's a huge scalp to take. Eastor gone, straight out of the gate.
Yeah, he had no idea he'd be so close to that point, and he's got out as well. That's how you want to play it. You don't want to outstay your welcome. Just get the hell out, confirm the 4-on-5, and they're going to have to use their grenades to reclaim territory. They have no idea whether you're still present. Sunny now repositioning to back up the AK player. So what's the final move here from Movistar Riders? So flashbang comes in from Alu, just trying to look towards bathrooms and fend them off and not allow them to get into an execution position. And he plays close to the bathroom, smoke set up here. Smoke's deployed and a shot delivered. They can still down to 3. That will certainly slow him down. The incendiary just to buy a little bit more time for the reposition here. But they are fully committing, and it's Alu through the smoke! He gets 2. That's wonderful. As we'll see Alex left in a 5 versus 1. Gutting round there from Movistar Riders. Oh! He closes things out in true style as well. That's more like it from Alu. Strikes them down with the AWP. 2 through the smoke, 1 through the bomb site. And there it is, double digits as we enter round number 23. ENCE have come online.
Alu saw 1 of the 4 people he killed in that round. Let's see that again. Through the smoke on the first, through the smoke on the second, and here's a third, completely through the box. Wonderful.
Big.
We stayed with him for that whole round as well. You got to really see that one build. Great defense.
4th tactical pause, and you're in the lead. That does not bode well at all. Suggests the team might be crumbling at this point.
This is what the desk were talking about. The later stages.
Yes, they need like convincing quick victories, don't they?
Certainly. Well, 16-7, we saw it. But it does seem when things get drawn out, there does seem to be, not so much of a drawing board as there is, an Etch-a-Sketch.
Sometimes that's the way it goes down. This is a new lineup, and they definitely have the fundamentals. They've got good holds and nice executions and good defaults, but you're absolutely right. Once they've been rumbled and it feels like they're not as assertive with their play and things aren't working out for them, losing first picks time and time again, that's when they can start to fall apart somewhat. Now, with the pretty much full eco here, only 1 piece of Kevlar, that's in the body of Lal. No helmet there, they've got a few flashes, 1 smoke. Just hoping they can cause some financial damage here. If the bomb goes down, great, but that will be a tall order in itself, as we'll see now. I'm setting up smokes towards A. In terms of the bomb, that's outside B. So a bit of a fade towards A and hopefully go through and find rotating players on this side of the map. Unless you spot the bomb, though. 1 smoke, not really going to be enough. That goes towards CT steps. Now flash over. No rotations. Oh, there is 1. Sunny has left the B site at least. But coming through this P250s and a couple of players, I feel like they've maybe missed the opportunity here. They'll go through towards Monster.
If they could somehow get a plant here, it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility, looking at the passive lines held by X7 and Aerial. But how will they work this out? The fake works enough. The CTs had 3 there. Now it does seem like the rotate's coming in. He still is planting. So they managed to get the bomb plant out of this eco. It's something, a silver lining perhaps. Mopos onto Sunny as well to keep things competitive, but short-lived as he catches a nade onto the face.
Yeah, smoke short, should be job done. Incendiary will do nicely too. He's a little bit of vision for the defuse. You want to get a smoke down ideally. Aerial though, holding on to his, looks like the round is done. Steel and Alex can't really do much about this at all. Everything's covered. The bomb will be defused, no problem whatsoever, and it will be 12-11. So yes, the bomb plant goes down, so that's extra money. That's all they're really looking for. That's an extra $800 per player with the massive loss bonus they've accumulated so far.
Everyone gets everything.
Yeah, they can get Kriegs, AWPs, grenades, and that's been an issue in the last few rounds for them. Eastor hasn't had massive amount of impact in the second half. Scoreline currently sat at 6-2 in ENCE's favour here after losing the pistol and the second round.
It's been quite the turnaround on this defence. ENCE poised to take the lead, looking to equalise in round 24. Just want to see how much more Movistar Riders have got to offer.
now, though. A bit of a default setup, but they have got Steel deep behind enemy lines. Makes his way down the bathroom situation here, but no CD presence there. They've actually focused their efforts towards long this time. So will that be false information? He might feel like he can get towards A and they'll rotate over. But we have got Alu and Sergey positioned in the bathrooms, and now Sergey will start to investigate that prospect.
Ooh, this could be a very powerful setup for Steel, but is he aware that the long walk is a threat? He's acting as if it's not going to happen, just taking somewhat of a gamble, holding the line, hoping to catch a reaggressing CT, but same question could be thrown towards Sergey. I mean, he's operating under the assumption that he's holding the entrance at this point in time. They are. Ooh, and in a weird twist, the CTs are going to spoil the boost, and he can't do anything about that. Alex falling, as are his team. Movistar Riders, 3 quick kills, all to their detriment.
10 seconds remaining, Alex. And at this point, they're going to have to save. Sure, they've got Steel on the ace side, but it doesn't mean too much yet. He still will save the orb, but looks of things here. 3 seconds now. So a round gone. The boost thwarted. And Steel, sure, nice little push towards A, but means nothing essentially when his teammates get taken down in that sort of manner. And it's going to tie things up at 12-12 here. They come back from hell. It wasn't looking good after a 10-5 first half, but they've really got it together in the second.
7 rounds. Back to back.
Yeah.
No timeouts left as well for the Spanish. Worth mentioning, this is it now.
They kind of need them, it seems, as well in these sort of scenarios. They save the AWP, and the loss bonus will help them get 5 rifles out once again, but that'll only get you so far. If you take a full deficit of 5 players going down and a bomb planted, you still have to go partial by going forward. So what's the play here? Let's take a full B execution. They haven't really had any real post-plan plays to speak of. No clutches available. Posto trying to lead the charge in for the contact play towards B. So get to the mouth of the bomb site, flash in, hope for the best here, and good flash from X7.
Oh, even better shot, yeah. Alex, the fact that they've hit the brakes though, they do extinguish the Molotov and now will continue their advance. Sunny fully flashed. Aerial needs a multi-kill. He can't get it. This is the best we've seen from Movistar Riders. Early advantage, access to the site.
They're a little bit tentative, though, on their approach, trying to make sure that everything's clear, suggesting they could have fallen back here. Sunny now confirms that they are on the side. Bomb will be planted. Not a whole lot he can do about that, so bomb will go down. He needs a couple of quick frags here. There's the first. Waiting for Sergey's arrival towards short. Now they have an HE grenade, but that's about it. They had this smoke, and they could put that on top of the bomb. They could definitely make this very uncomfortable, but I don't see how Movistar Riders could give this one up now. That is making sure they patrol the bomb. Anyone that gets close to the ramp as well will be taken down by the AWP. Still coming in for the backstab here, but Sergey's aware of it. There's a chance now as they give it the second kill. Comes down to the 1 versus 1, but Lau will deliver there right in the nick of time. So they will maintain a lead here at 13-12, but it comes right down to it. I'll have to reinvest with the 32.50 they get for each player on top of that, but AWP save, thrown over. Plenty of money on the CT side still. They'll have a full buy with money to spare. Sergey still with $8,000 after the reinvestment.
Yeah, they are completely locked and loaded now. They can have all the bells, the whistles, the lights for attracting attention.
Is that a life jacket reference?
Life jacket reference.
Okay.
I spent too much time on planes.
Yeah.
Oh, through the wall, Sunny will strike. Alex, absolutely nothing he could have done about that. As he exited the tunnel, bullets just timed to perfection. And actually, Aerial bringing the aggression. This has been the recipe for success, and it continues. Aerial.
Beaming on him.
He's just straight beaming on him. And just Steel and Eastor left with admittedly some time, but not much else in favor of them. With the smoke deployed monster as well, it means that the CTs can essentially just both stare at this short position. Ali will catch the steel cross, then thrown into an impossible task.
Brutal smoke.
Yeah.
Well, he's put another one down so he can recover the bomb at least, but nade lands on his doorstep. More than happy to oblige, and we'll see the final kill come through. Nice aggression there from ENCE, and that's a big round because remember, we talked about only 1 player survived there in the previous, and they'll get $2,900 per player now. So just not going to be enough to buy here. 13-13, no tactical timeouts remaining. But you got to try all the tricks in the book here. Say the headset ain't working. Do what you can. Have a little think.
Yeah, just give me a minute. 1 second. Just doing the maths. Hang on a second. This damn hand warmer is just spewed all over my keyboard.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
But there will be a slight technical issue as we get into 13-13, a very difficult scenario now for Movistar Riders. They've got Alex with 4,300. If you buy into this round, though, you might be signing your own death warrant.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what do you prefer? You prefer the full buy against round 14, don't you?
Yeah. So if you buy into this one, you're like Galils and Pistols, and like that's it. If you lose the round, you're done. Or if you win it, like you have a resurgence. But I would say the most logical
and
approach
the cost completely outweighs the
yes.
benefit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the risk-reward ratio is not looking too great in that department. I would say take P250s and some utility this round, try and get the bomb planted. If you fully went for it, you got to be confident on what kind of strategy you're going to drop there, because your options are very limited, to say the least. You'll have to get some firepower out there and a few smokes. That'll be about it.
This is it then.
So Deagles can't really get Kevlar. Lau will.
Ooh, splashing the cash. Treats himself to a Kevlar vest. Wants to be... I'm not going to say it.
The best.
Yeah, not going to do it.
You like a rhyme.
I
No
do.
one said it's a crime.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's sort of your thing. You know? Everyone's got a thing.
Sergey will get all of that info. A face full of terrorists crossing towards long. They're going to commit to this site now. It's going to be a combat Deagle. A missed shot from Alu, perhaps a window to exploit, but it doesn't seem that way. God, it's just a big pile of nades. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
A blitzkrieg on long.
Yeah, tactical nukes have been deployed.
That one hurts.
Target down.
Yeah.
Multiple casualties. And we're getting to round number 28. ENCE 14, Movistar Riders. Not the same performance they had on the first day. Managed to win 16-7. The analysts pointed out, rightly so, that when the going gets tough, they don't look like the same team. They need momentum, quick wins. As soon as their opponents start fighting back and look like they're dangerous, that's when you don't see a whole lot from them.
Aggressive CT maneuvers here. Molotov to keep them locked out of playground early. We saw Fnatic going for 2 Molotovs, actually.
Yes.
Which was a really nice setup from the CTs. We saw them reap the rewards of that. Just the one this time from ENCE, trying to keep Movistar Riders slow on the opener. And I do think it's interesting watching the clear roles of Movistar Riders. Not a team I've seen too much of, but it's clear Mopos does get some T-side freedom on that lurk and on those investigation plays, of course, with the MAC-10 as well, we saw earlier. And speaking of investigation, the bomb at spawn, they are planning on just taking a feel around the map, hopefully trading off each other on their glance towards long. A couple of flashes used there.
So we're getting to the final couple of rounds here. Movistar Riders only picking up one single gun run after winning the pistol. The 2-0 start was looking good for them with a 10-5 lead in the first half. But now find themselves 14-13 down. ENCE, in my book, with their money, they should be closing this one out now. But the B approach coming in for 30 seconds with that smoke down. How do you even get through that? You're going to have to just bite your teeth and go.
Yeah, maybe you'd throw a couple of Molotovs to destabilize, but the hold at the moment is so brutal. But the fact that they've yet to commit, they really want to keep the CTs guessing. They push for info. They've rotated already. There's 4 members of ENCE ready to receive them, and only 15 seconds left. Pushing in, it's a massacre. The Finns find their final round, 15 on the board now, and 1 away from doing what they couldn't yesterday.
Didn't like that from Movistar Riders, just waiting. Didn't show enough presence as well. You need to be probing a little bit more than that. You need to get like proper short control, get the vision away, bait out those smokes. The fact that you've got a CT smoke being deployed in 30 seconds, like that's great from ENCE. Like really well read, but like you haven't presented enough pressure at all. Like you haven't made them feel uncomfortable. They have to use a smoke, and you'll be punished for that, I'm afraid. Smoke from Sunny. Now head towards B. And we'll see potentially the final round come through here. A couple of Galils, bare bones utility. Sergey not overstepping the mark, just confirms it's not a beat rush by seeing a couple players towards T-steps. And they've used 2 smokes already on the Movistar side, so they might as well use these and try and get some sort of presence on the map. They got bathrooms at least.
Last time they tried to head towards B, Ali ripped them a new one.
A new what?
A new bottom.
A new bottom?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Brand new one.
Don't like the sound of that.
So they've been given toilets, and Alu's jumps for info won't bear fruit just yet. No inquisitive CTs pushed to B, and so for now, Movistar Riders, though they are on a time limit, are fine. Fast fight one, though.
Oh, good nade as well.
Good nade, looked like it. Just going to tag up a little bit, but they advance, and this is a big one from Movi. 2 in the site already. Chance perhaps to get that bomb down. It's Mopos to do it, and off plant does stop Sunny from connecting the collat.
Oh, gets legged as well. Mopos gets the bomb planted, but he's battered and bruised now in the 5 versus 2. It looks like ENCE have done enough here, as we'll see the logical conclusion of the round come through, and they've done it. That's enough. After conceding a 16-7 result in the first day of the tournament against this very team, they bounced back from a 10-5 deficit there, Alex. Great stuff, great resilience from the ENCE side there. Haven't had a lot of hype around them recently, but after beating Tyloo 2-0, and now moving on to their map pickup, Mirage, they look like they're warming up into this tournament and could be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, setting their sights on the semi-final, 16-13, and it's going to be heartbreaking for Movistar Riders. I feel like they probably felt like they did a lot of the heavy lifting in the first half. You get 10 rounds on your CT side.
Sure.
You're only looking for 6 on that attack, and it was not to be. Mirage is up next, and that's ENCE's playground.
And it is absolutely true. Like, that's the one map that's kind of been promising for them in the last few months. They've got an 83% win ratio. Admittedly, only played it 6 times, but you look at Movistar Riders, they played it 16 times and only have a 38% ratio there. So sure, they're well-versed in it, they play it, but they play against lower-tier opposition, and their win ratio not great on the map. So at 2-0, looking very likely here, and I feel like their kind of morale will be very low as well. That was their game to win. It felt like it was almost done after the first half. 10-5 especially, then winning the pistol as well.
That was the picture I had in my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be a rinse repeat. They won the pistol. I'm like, here we go.
Sure.
But ENCE, yeah, clearly do have patched a lot of the holes that were established in the first battle on that map, and now I fear for Movistar Riders coming into Mirage.
I tend to agree with you, and they put up a good performance though. Like, it was a good team effort in the first half especially, but started to crumble. We can definitely see the signs of them not being able to close things out quickly, affecting them, using all the timeouts when you had like a 12-10 lead as well, suggests things weren't going well at all. For now though, Alex, we'll take a commercial break and be back with Mirage very shortly indeed. We'll see you there.